So on this project, it came in because the operating system is corrupted. It cannot perform updates. And it is on Windows 8.1. It would have been much easier if it was on Windows 10, but it's not. So what we've done here is we've created an exact image. It's called a bit-by-bit clone to this external drive here, so that we can have a safe backup of her computer before we do anything to it. And then what I'm going to do is what's called an in-place upgrade. So I have a Windows 8 recovery drive that we've created using Microsoft's provided media creation tool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to boot onto her operating system. Once we're at her desktop, I'm going to open this and run the setup from within Windows, which will overwrite Windows on top of itself, and it's called an in-place upgrade. You can do that using Windows 8 and Windows 10, and it reinstalls the operating system over top of itself. So that is the plan for this computer to restore the corruption without losing any of her files or anything like that. But just to be safe, we created a backup before we did it. So I'm going to go ahead and restart the computer. All right, now on this computer, because it is UEFI, and in order to boot into Parted Magic, which I used to create her image, I had to change it to CSM. So I'm going to go ahead and change this back. System configuration. You do that by accessing the BIOS. I'm going to change CSM to UEFI. And then I'm going to turn Secure Boot back on. And I'm going to exit saving changes. Alright, so now that we are on her desktop, I have plugged in the Windows 8 drive. I have unplugged the backup drive, and I have unplugged this original, or the media that I used to run Parted Magic. So I'm simply going to go ahead and start, trying to click on things while looking through my phone is fun. I'm going to double click just the setup exe. And UAC kicks in, so I'm going to select yes. It's going to open up the Windows 8 installation from within Windows. This way she won't lose any programs, she won't lose her files, she won't lose anything, but the operating system will repair its corruption. One eternity later. Alright, so now it is ready to install. We can focus. And we're going to install Windows 8.1 and keep Windows settings, personal files, and applications, making this process relatively pain-free. And that's really all there is to it. We'll come back when that's done. Alright, welcome back. It is now asking us to eject the drive. And then it's going to reboot. Hi, we're setting things up for you. And we'll get back when it's done updating. Alright, the system is back up, and I've opened up an elevated command prompt. I didn't show the full boot to respect the customer's privacy. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something called a DISM, and I may do a separate video on how to do that as well. But what this is in Windows 8 and Windows 10, Microsoft included a tool to repair its own corruption, as long as the corruption isn't too significant. In this case it was, and it was not able to even DISM. So what I'm going to do is run this command. So it's DISM Online, cleanup image, restore health. All right, so DISM stands for the digital, Digital Image Service Management, I believe. Online means we're going to be working on the current online system, the WIM that is currently online in the operating system. Cleanup image is the command we're working on, and we're running the restore health option in that command. Now, previously, before I did the in-place upgrade, DISM would not run at all. It would simply freeze the computer. And now you can see DISM is absolutely running. It's at 20% currently. That right there is a tremendously good sign. We haven't lost any of her programs, any of her files, any of her settings, everything exactly the way she left it. But now her operating system corruption has been repaired. All right, now the DISM is completed, so we're going to start the next step, which is SFC, which stands for System File Check, with the command modifier scan now. Now what DISM does is that actually compares the WIM stored on the computer against Windows Update servers to make sure that the WIM integrity is intact. Then the SFC is going to scan the file structure of the operating system against that WIM, which is a Windows image. So we're going to go ahead and run SFC now. And this will take some time. All right, the SFC has finished. And as you can see right here, Windows Resource Protection did not find any integrity violations. All the corruption in the operating system has been repaired. So we can go ahead and install updates. And we'll see if this computer's updating issue is resolved. And it's now working. Earlier it was giving an error saying that the Windows Update service could not be started. And actually, no, on this computer you could not even launch the settings menu. You also could not open the control panel either. The control panel here would not open at all. You could not launch updates or open the control panel, which is fantastic. Which is not really fantastic, it's actually horrible. So if we go back to System and Security, Windows Update, and it is completely working. Outstanding. Thank you very much for watching. If you learned something, please like, subscribe, and comment below if there's anything you'd like me to show you how to do. Thank you.